Jesse Williams, welcome back to The Daily Show.
Thanks for having me again.
You think you're going to do it this time? Because the last time I saw you, you were getting ready to go to Broadway. You were getting ready to make your debut, and I will never forget it. It was around February 2020, and you were like, oh, you got to come to the show. Everyone made plans.
Yeah.
World shut down. Second time around, you feeling good?
I do. I feel great. I mean, we were 3 weeks into rehearsal. I was nervous. I was terrified. All things I still am today. But we never got to take it to the next step. So now we're in tech. We're open in a few days. And it's thrilling and terrifying, and we're ready to go.
It's not just your Broadway debut, but I mean, it's a play that's a revival, but
Yeah.
it's a powerful story as well, because it's a story of a baseball player of color who comes out, and I mean, amongst all sports, athletes will tell you, look, I've got nothing against anybody who's gay, but there's this attitude and this feeling in change rooms where it's like, just keep it out of the change. Don't tell me about it.
Right. The locker room is a pretty specific space.
Yes.
Hyper-masculine space. It brings a lot of baggage in there. Now, Richard Greenberg, who wrote the play, envisioned this in the early 2000s, and he figured it was imminent that a superstar, not just a player, but a superstar, top of his class, world-class athlete that was kind of untouchable.
Yes.
What would happen if that person came out? Because you can't trade him, you can't release him. This is somebody who's really the pinnacle of their profession. What would happen there? And he thought it was going to happen in a year from now. It's 20 years have passed. Still hasn't happened in any American major sport at that level. Never. And then add to that him being black. Add to that him being biracial specifically, and what that represents in this country and doesn't. So it explores a lot of that, and one of the things that's most fascinating to me is that the character, without giving too much away, doesn't change or shift or do anything behavioral to provoke or let men hide behind behavior. Oh, I don't mind that he's gay, but I wish he didn't do this. I don't mind he's gay, I wish he didn't act this way.
Right.
He's not doing anything. This guy is the alpha, best player in the world, best player on the team, championship team. He hasn't changed anything but said a word. And look how men contort themselves in shape. They don't know how to behave around him. They don't know how to present themselves.
Right.
And it takes away, an interesting locker room dynamic where guys are able to be kind of playful and homoerotic and maybe intolerant and, all those things that get woven into locker room culture. Now, what do you do when I'm there?
When you're in a story like this, one thing I've always loved about fiction is that it oftentimes provides enough sugar for us to delve into fact. Is that through stories we get to solve all the puzzles that we can't seem to solve in real life. You know? Like I know a lot of guys out there who'd be, I'm fine with guys who are gay, and then you go like, what if your friend's gay? No, that's not cool. Look, we got to keep our distance, man. We got to keep our distance. But I'm still cool with him, and I go, what changed?
Yeah.
And it's interesting when you realize that there's still an idea of what gay is or isn't, and how we react to it.
Yes, that's actually one of the more interesting things, that there's that idea of what that means. And if you don't behave in a different way, it leaves you kind of flailing for something to grasp at that makes you, what does gay mean without a demonstrable? It's very much like blackness, right? Like, in a lot of media, blackness has to be demonstrated. It has to be shown in some really narrow, pedantic way. But with this, the friendships that Darren has, they're very different. He's got a best friend that handles it one way. There's religion comes into play. There's a projection of aggression. There's projection of prying eyes, of me, being a predator in some ways when I'm not even looking at you. There's all types of things that we forecast that is a kind of a reflection of what women have to deal with in our society, what black folks have to deal with in our society. It comes with, and your presence alone is 2 strikes out of 3.
I like that.
So you get to see how it's really an interesting examination of relationship and the damage that talking can do. Expressing yourself too much, honesty, which feels like a pathway in, can sometimes
not be the best policy.
Not necessarily, and also there's cultural dynamics. We give a bias towards. There's an interesting undercurrent of white privilege in this story that I think is really interesting, whether intended or not. Because Darren is not only gay, but he's black, and he's one of very few black characters in this play. So there's an island I'm already on.
That's fascinating, man. I can't wait to come and see it.
It's incredibly written. It's really, that's why I'm doing it. It's really wonderful, smart material, incredible director, a great cast.
You are also going to be nude in some of the scenes, yeah?
What? Yeah.
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 It's
happening. It's real.
This is on stage.
It's on stage.
I don't think I would ever
clothes.
do public nudity, but I think I would definitely not do nudity on Broadway, because I think like on film, I feel like I could be like, cut, I'm not feeling my best right now. Broadway's Broadway.
Yeah.
So
this is very helpful. I appreciate you telling me all the things you wouldn't do that I'm doing.
No. What I'm saying is I'm commending you and I'm asking you, because there is a certain comfort that comes with the story and the setting, and there's a realism that comes with it as well, by the way.
You can't have a conversation about masculinity and power dynamics in a major sports team without being in the locker room. The locker room, especially around homosexual expectations.
Yes.
It's about exposure, vulnerability. What do I do? Where do my eyes have to go now? And there's really interesting analysis through conversation in the play about that. What the brief nudity does is bring the audience into our experience.
Yes.
Yes. This is you have to decide where to look. You have to. Are you listening? Can you look and listen? Can you be here? Are you distracted? Does she see me looking? Do I have to look up? Do I have to avoid? What do I do? So the audience has to really experience what the characters are going through and decide, and then that helps them understand who do they empathize with, who do they understand. A lot of complex dynamics. One of the most fascinating things is having arguments where both characters are right. Right? That's like real life. That's like arguing with your partner, you know, and reflecting on it 2 scenes later. So there's a real relatability to how messy this stuff is. Life is hard.
I love it, Matt. It's exciting to see you on stage. It's going to be great to see you doing this for the first time. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks very much. If we get extended, there might be a role for you in there if you want to whip it out. No, think about it.
I will think about it.
Okay. Let's take it under advisement. Put it under your hat.
Yeah. Let's go for a quick break while I think about this. Take Me Out opens April 4th, and tickets are on sale right now.